Hi guys, today with me is Leo. In English, it's Leo, but we're gonna call him Leo. He's from Croatia, and he's a facilitator and co-creator of Journey with Tina and Leo. Yeah, your path to this work is fascinating one, beginning with a personal calling to ancient traditions. For the last 12 years, you dedicated your life to supporting people in healing and transformation alongside your partner Tina. You believe that we as a human have forgotten the essential principle of mutual exchange, a concept known as AYNI, that we must give back to Mother Earth for all that we receive. You and Tina were already practicing this principle through powerful events, and yeah, it was a family from Peru who confirmed your understanding, saying this practice is a universal principle for all of humanity. Your work is not just about organizing events, it's about holding space for profound transformation, building community, and striving to create a better world for the future generation. Leo, welcome. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you very much for having me and inviting me to such a beautiful, let's say, event.
Yeah. We talked, before the podcast about your journey, about what you're doing. So why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? How did you came to this organizer, facilitator, and so on? Please do tell us a little bit.
Okay, well, for me, I would like to say actually it is from young age. From young age, I had a need to help, to help others. So my life would put me in different sorts of scenarios from young age to actually model me to a person that I might be today. So what I like to do is I like to emphasis always on a like a good thought, good understanding between people, and especially in my, for example, in my neighborhood, people would smoke Santa Maria, and then drink alcohol and stuff like that, and I would always be the one that like, calm down, guys. We're taking medicine. Let's be happy about it. Let's not go look for a fight or stuff like that. Also, in one part of my journey in life, I was also, how you say, short fused person. I would be really cynical and I would poke, I would, twist people, you know. So, in one moment in life, I understand that this is not really good thing for me also. So I ditched all my knives to poke people. So I turned the story inside of me in really like helping, because uh, me having a situation as a young person with epilepsy, uh, I couldn't help myself, so I was medicated as a young person, and then I understood that these medications actually are separating my spirit from my mind. I couldn't be myself. I was not myself.
Hey,
So,
sorry to interrupt. How old were you? Because I had
oh,
epileptic seizure too. So
yeah,
I
this was like 9, 10, 11, 12
yeah, I was the same age, 12. Yeah. I,
this
I,
year.
I know exactly what you're talking about the
Yeah,
medicine. Yeah.
yeah. So what I would have always is this, this rush of thoughts in
Yeah,
front of you that you cannot slow down and see what's going on.
exactly.
So for me, the first time what happened with me was like I was, I think, like 12 or 13, something like
Yeah,
that.
same.
We were at my friend's place, and he has an older brother that introduced us some hashish, and then we tried to smoke this hashish, and suddenly all this train of thoughts slowed down. I could finally think, I could finally see what I'm thinking and do something out of it. And this is somehow for me the path I went to, you know. And then with 14, it went on with different medicines.
Hmm.
Today, these medicines are considered forbidden, but it's psychedelics. I look at them as vitamins, minerals. You know, we have food to nourish ourselves. We also have these supplements that we add to our food, you know, omegas, spirulinas, but there is no psychedelics. There is no this kind of additive in our life to maintain our
Mm-hmm.
mental balance. So actually, this was for me, after this hashish, I understood that for me, this is the path to go into natural medicines and try to medicate myself in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, this is how my service began. By doing these trips with others, I would facilitate myself and others. It was always being a funny and good experience. So I grew older, you know, and then I remember once I tried the medicine and I said to myself, no, don't laugh, don't make any funny stuff, just sit in one place and focus. So I focused for 12 hours. I was with the lysergic acid, and this showed me another expanse. Actually, what happened, it didn't change my mind, it didn't change my consciousness, it's just expanded me. Everything is in the brain. So my brain expanded to the levels that I could really talk to myself from different perspectives, also understand myself that I'm not only a human, that I'm a spirit living a human experience. And since then, my life started to be super weird in a way
How,
that
how, how old were you when this experience happened?
when this experience happened, it was something around 17, I would say. So 14, and since then, psychedelic is my way to go, my way to understand myself. And in this process, I also understood it's not always about having too much or having a lot, or just a little bit to connect with, and also in a way to validate every experience that we have,
Mm-hmm.
because I came to the wall that's called integration and what to do now. And I understand that it's like that. The first step to integrate my experience is to validate it. Even if it was a bad for me or good for me, I need to give it validation because it happened for a reason, and that I might not understand at this very moment. But the puzzle is connecting, my brother, and he's still connecting, and his picture is getting bigger. And I know my purpose in life, and I want to follow this purpose.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
I would like to add that I had the same experience when I first tried. You call it Santa Maria, hashish weed, whatever. It's exactly the same experience. I had a friend, and he was like, but I was afraid, right? Like, so I took medicine from when I had the epileptic seizure for 4 years, right? And I said, but I was mentally always like, after that, I'm healthy, healthy, right? And a friend came to me and he's like, oh, you want to weed, right? Because I went out with friends all the time and they were drinking, smoking weed and all of that, but I didn't touch anything. And then he, like, after I stopped taking medicine, he was like, you want to try it? I'm like, I can't. He's like, no, this is going to help you. And I'm still grateful for till this day, man. I smoked the first one, and like you said, people don't have that kind of situation in their genes. They don't
Yeah,
understand what we're talking about, but those ones,
yeah,
everything slows down. Everything makes sense. Everything like you can think, you can put the picture like puzzles together. Like suddenly you are like, oh, okay, this is how normal people feel like.
yeah.
uh,
I
I
mean, big thing for me that happened that
yeah,
I'm now connecting with puzzles today is that in these moments I was not talkative a lot,
no.
because of my, I was dyslexic also, I still am, and it was not easy. But then in this path, when I started to sing, then I also opened this part of my body. Now I can also speak I can also speak my mind and hold my ground for myself, and really it's changed my life
Mm.
profoundly.
Yeah.
By the way, you remembered me now. You reminded me of a situation when I was like, and this is like even before everything. This is like me being 18-year-old. I would have next to my cushion in my bed on a little like scarf, a piece of cigar. I would stole a cigar from my father and a piece of rogach. I don't know what's the English word. And so every night I would take a bite of that cigar and chew it. It was nasty and bitter. Swallow it, and I would take a little bit of rogach to fix my taste in mouth, and then I go to sleep. And then now, as an older person, I understand that this tobacco actually is the medicine plant, is the primary medicine plant that I'm working with today, and it's narcotic. It helps calm down the mind, focus the mind, and it really like. Uh, when I'm thinking about everything what is happening in my life, it really makes sense. And I think we as a people should have a note on that because we forget ourselves.
Hmm.
We
It's
forget
true.
who we really are. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of tribes in South America and everywhere else around the world, they use tobacco as
Yes.
primary tool
It's a
for,
master plan.
say again?
It's a master plan.
Yeah, it's a master plan. They use for everything, for for
Before
for
ayahuasca, before San Pedro, before everything,
yeah,
first is tobacco. He
yeah,
holds prayer, and with tobacco, we start our intention. We send it up,
yeah.
and we open the space. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, so it has, through tradition and hundreds and thousands of years, has healing powers, different healing powers, depends who is using it and for what, and it's been taken away from us, and now, people start remembering again. So it's a tool that is very misunderstood in the wider population.
Yes, yes, yes. One way to explain it now in this moment that people can maybe see it in the video is that it was deliberately put in boxes for everybody to spread in the world so we can smoke. In that way, they take away the power of the tobacco.
Mm.
And also, when we smoke tobacco and we are nervous about our boss, we are nervous about some situation in life, we need to calm down always with tobacco. Is this ambassador that sticked with us of the planned world and said, I'm going to be with you and help you. So when we smoke tobacco, if we have good thoughts, if we have good prayers, this is how it's going to be. It's not going to be contrary. So
Mhm.
we are with smoking tobacco in a bad way, we put also in our prayers in a bad way.
We do everything like this, even with the water. You before you drink, you put the intention into the water, and that it's proven with the science and everything. It puts its intention, the water has memory, and then goes to your body, and this is how you can manifest and change the structure or vibration of your body and the whole thing, right? So I think it's with everything, even with the food and everything, it's
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
also I had he was not a guest, but his wife was a guest, but one guy explained to me, he's like, look, this is when I started doing podcasts, and he was like, look, he says like he gave experience. I said like I'm vegetarian for or vegan whatever for so many years, right? But when I go to Bosnia where all they eat is meat, right? I don't make problems. Why? He says like if I go to a restaurant where tradition is meat and I tell the chef to make me vegetarian dish, this chef will be very, very negative.
Yeah. Disrespect.
Yeah, but not just that. He says like, so this guy is gonna cook for me. So the energy of his energy, he's gonna put this negative energy into my food, and
Absolutely.
I'm gonna eat that. So it also depends, who's cooking for you. He said, explained to me, and everything. Then we went a little deeper in how they measure all of that, but doesn't matter. But it's all about the intention and how you feel and your vibration when you're doing anything. It's tobacco, but tobacco is an extra.
Prayer is
Yeah.
the point. I mean, I also pray to the food. I bless with my
Mm.
food, especially with the food that I buy on the gas station on my way,
Yeah.
I don't know, to Switzerland, you know. I pray on it to nourish me in a good way. And also take the water, pray with it. Take tobacco, pray with it. So we have the tools necessary in front of us, but we just don't know this knowledge. The water listens to us. She looks exactly like us. When you
Hmm.
look through the glass of water, is how she see us. She's
Hmm.
looking at us right now,
Yeah.
and this is what people forget. Also, I want to say and emphasize on the part of my journey is that I cannot exclude is the red path, the road, red road, and like life has many roads that we can follow and we go. Then we stumble, we can pick ourselves up, and a red path is the path that you can always come back to, and it's a spiritual path. So if life kicks you off of it, you need to brush it off, clean a little bit, and go on it back because it's really good to know that we have a path that we can always come to, have a glass of water, pray with it, have a good
Hmm.
tobacco, pray with it, and have a good respect for everything that is around us.
True.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what you and Tina do, or how did you? Because you told me that the biggest inspiration is your 6 years old daughter. But there's like a little bit more to the story. You said that this is for the family and why it's for the families and the next generations. And before you explain how you do that, how you hold space, could you explain why is that important to you and why you're doing for the next generations?
So why is it important to me? Is that I had a kid, first kid, Tonka, with 20.
Okay.
So me, by the time of 20, I already looked behind the curtain and I see what is not the way of life for me or for my kids. So, in order not to push them in the same system of 8 to 4, work, eat, sleep, and repeat, I needed to create for myself another type of life. You understand?
I understand.
So this is the moment when I'm packing my 75-liter backpack and going up in the woods. I heard there is a rainbow gathering, and I was reading a lot about Mayan calendar and about Jose Arguelles, how he wants to lift up the rainbow bridge that is missing on the world, that is connecting people on a heart level. So I was thinking, oh, a rainbow gathering, rainbow bridge, maybe this is the same thing. I packed my stuff and I went. When I came, I saw these hippies, beautiful hippies with dreadlocks and this completely other tribe. And I was like, I'm not fitting there at all. But I'm now here. I'm going to stay and I'm going to go through it. And actually, this kind of helped me to go and pursue my goals. One of the persons, I mean, on that specific rainbow gathering, I helped so many people with medicine oil that it was amazing. So when they heard my story, there was a person from Poland, Lukasz. He said, "You need to meet this guy," and he met me with the guy from South America, Santiago, and he's following the Andean culture of Huachuma, and this is their tradition. So this is actually what helped me to understand the vibration better.
Okay.
Following him, following this path, I stepped on the red road in this way, and this is actually how things are moving in that direction. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
and I mean, so I was living in the forest for 1 year. I stayed on that rainbow gathering. I lived through the whole year. I completely cleansed myself. The biggest cleansing that I get is the fears left my brain because I was thinking, how am I going to survive? And what do I need to do? I was kind of in a panic mode. And suddenly my brain started to think for me. He said, if you want to eat, you can make a spoon. If you want to heat, you can make this, you can make that. If you want your nails to be harder, heat them up, put them in the oil. You're gonna make them harder. So it started for me. And then this for me was the biggest and the greatest change in life, where I completely was in nature, in tune with the dawn, with the first bird call. I would wake up, man, the sun comes down. You're trying to, I don't know, read a book or something, but your eyes are closing and you need to go down. And so when you go into this rhythm again, this is what completely changed my life. And this is what made me come back to the society, start doing my work, and tend to my kids. In that process, I separated from my ex wife. And this is one of the biggest, actually, starting points where I completely said, okay, I'm going to do it. What I'm said I'm going to do. I'm going to live without bank. I'm going to live on my self-sufficiency. I'm going to pray. I'm going to live exactly only from the faith. I don't have a job. My life is faith. So my kids are now seeing that this faith is bringing me, you know, stuff in life and people and situations, and they're coming with me. They're meeting the kind of people that they're imagining only they exist, else people. So in a way, it showed me a bigger picture that I don't have to care so much about my kids. I just need to do what I do so they can follow it. And this is how I'm going to raise my child. They can go to school, they can go to faculty, they can go to whatever they want to in their life. But I'm going to make sure they also go with me to the Sweatlodge, to the Vision Quest. They don't have to do anything. They just have to be around me. So they can just mimic, they can just soak in. So this is the seeding of them. And then I'm certain that with my prayers included, they're going to be fine in life and they're going to find the good way. In one way, I was also thinking, man, you need to run away somewhere in the nature and school them by yourself or do something, whatever. And then I said, I would do with that exactly what happened to me. I would alienate them. They would be aliens for other people. So I don't want aliens. I want people that can infiltrate in the society and show the way. We talked about these 7 generations, and if they learn how to do it and their kids, this is already third generation. The next kids that come, we resetted it. And in this way, we are honoring for all the victims and all the suffering that the First Nations needed to endure for us. So I'm really deeply, deeply grateful for the knowledge and for them that they're still here. They're never left. There is indigenous tribes all over the world speaking in their languages, not giving up, and we're still humanity. We are relentless. This is what parasites cannot get away from us, and this is what they want from us. So this is the story of
Yeah,
North and Dark. But I'm sure that we can also show them the way, you know,
yeah.
how to be good. Yeah, yeah,
Could you explain? You mentioned Sweat Lodge. You have walks, Vision Quest, um, and big factor here is your wife Tina.
yeah,
And maybe if you how this story started, and what do you do? Maybe a little bit how you, because for me it was very fascinating because you were really emphasizing the family. And
yeah,
also kids kids comes to these gatherings. So if you
yeah,
can describe a little bit, maybe the story between you and Tina, what do you do there, a little bit in your words as much as you want, but
yeah, yeah,
so the people can get visual, a little bit visual. what is happening there, because I think it's very important to emphasize here, like we talked before, the
Yeah, yeah,
family,
yeah,
because
yeah,
I know I felt that is very, very important to you.
yeah,
And one of the reasons you just mentioned, but yeah.
yeah. I mean, through this process that I just shared with you, shared with us, is
Mhm.
that I separated from my first family in order to create a life that is going to be able to nurture them in a different way. And in that way, I met Tina, and we met through transcendental work. I was looking for a place for a ceremony. She helped me about it. She saw me working. I saw her working. We fell in love because we this is the people that we want to. This is the people that we want to be. People that share for others, care for others,
Mm.
create a safe setting for them, no matter the cost. Nobody is excluded and nobody is pushed away. Everybody is in same level, and we always need to find a good communication to bring everybody in the circle. And with Tina, we got a gift of Aluna, and with Aluna, looking at Aluna growing, then actually I understood what I have done when I get out of that my first family, what I did to my two daughters because they didn't have their father present, and this in me wake up that family instinct that in a way I fucked up, but I didn't. So now we are really one big happy family. I was talking with Tina the other day, and we had some medicine, and we come to these epiphany moments, and I was like, literally, I have two wives and three kids, and all these animals and friends, and she said, yeah, you are a rich man, and with this uh, how do you say it? With connecting again with my daughters, also through the way of medicine, through hanging out, I established connections again and understood the importance of the family because it's really remarkable what is happening to us. What is happening to us is that we, as a humans, let's call us like that, we randomly meet. We don't know each other at all. But slowly we start to hang out, we start to trust each other, we start to trust each other to the point that we want to create life so we can take care of it. And when we do that, we create a family and we create with this family a bond that cannot be broken. Of course, there is many types of families and fights among them, but realistically, we came from unknown persons to be completely persons that can trust with their life to one another. So this is the connection of humanity that I'm talking about. That the family is not just a family, how we call it. Family is possibility of love to take over two random persons to create life, to call family, and to have this. How do you say? What is the English word?
Bond.
Uh, Utter trust,
Okay.
complete utter trust. You turn your back, you know you're good. Who you come to say things to your family. So you're coming to say to things to random people before. Those were two random people before. They didn't know each other. So in this way, it's our obligation to provide for the family the good model of how to live a good life. And in this story comes all of this that we are doing. For example, me and Tina, we got connected by astral things, things beyond us, mystical things. I mean, there is a story of me having a Chihuahua, and she's having a Rhodesian Ridgeback when we met. And it happens the situation that her dog kills my dog. But in a moment, I want to kill her dog out of anger. I have this energetical blast in me of pure love. This is not the way, just calm down. and do what you need to do to help. So this is the arrow that I was saying, arrow of Cupid, that I'm still carrying. And then the fire bonded us in such a way that, for example, I would I would compare this to war buddies. We became like a war buddies through these hard experiences, and then through Bufo, we understood that things are much greater than us. That this whole universe, and we inside of this universe are one holiness, one whole thing. We are a living organism. That's why is emphasis of AYNI, of returning back in order to connect these sacred meridians of this planet Earth.
Can you explain AYNI and and where they're from? And it's from Peru, right?
AYNI is what they call Peru.
Okay.
It's a name that they give us. The people that share this with me are from Alto Cusco. They're from Cusco, and AYNI, they explain in English word, is a sacred reciprocity.
Okay.
And without sacred reciprocity, things cannot move. You have to give back for what you take. You don't come to the cash register with the milk and bread and salami, I don't know, and say, okay, now I'm going, yeah, see you, ciao. Right? You have to give some reciprocity. So it's a normal way that we forget it because they put us in a box deliberately away from our true nature, homeland.
Of course.
So this is the way to come back to that sacred knowledge.
Nice. Okay, so if we come back to the question, like, so I saw on your website sweat lodges, um, walks.
Yeah.
Um, can you take me like, let's say I come there, okay, with a, how a day looks like for me.
So if you would come to a power walk, Caminata de Poder, it's called in Spanish. This is where we learn how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Is connected with AYNI because it's practically the same thing but in a different languages.
Okay.
So what we would do, what we would gather, and we would set our intention. Our intention would be to offer ourselves to Mother Earth. So we would start our ceremony by preparing the altar around the sweat lodge. On this altar, we would lift a prayer with tobacco. We would have a little bit of medicine to help us walk, to give us energy. This is
What is that
practically
medicine? What is the medicine?
the medicine is huachuma, is the sacred cactus from the Andes, and
Okay.
it is one of the most powerful antioxidants on earth, and it is really energizing medicine, especially during the sun, because cactuses love sun. So we take a little bit of blessings of this medicine, and we create a snake, and we go one after another like a snake to our trail in silence and praying with each step. What happens in this moment that you walk behind your brother or sister and you also see her prayers. So we walk upon each other prayers, upon each other gratefulness and thankfulness for everything in life. And this is what we are doing until we reach the first point. The first point usually is, and it's good that is, the water source. This is the mother of us all. And then we stand next to the water, and then the girls take out the flowers. They make the nice arrangement around this water source. We make a drum, we make a rattle, we sing the songs, we pray, and we give thanks to this water. And then we continue like a snake up, up, up in the hill where we opened the space prior so we can all sit in a circle. And there we also sing and pray and talk. We make a hole in the earth, and in this hole in the earth, we put our own personal offerings. For example, my grinder. I have it for many years. It's indestructible. And I really like it and I really need it in my life. And this is what I'm going to offer. So the emphasis is to offer not anything, to offer something that you really cherish in life and that is really necessary for your life. With this kind of offering, you detach yourself from the illusion of attachment that we people like to take stuff for granted. This is the cup, but this cup is coming from Mother Earth. So in this way, we kind of remember this. And around this pit, we put seeds, all different kinds of seeds. We put different kinds of fruits that animals like to eat. And then we take a raw meat. We find Apu. Apu is a spirit of the mountains. And on Apu, we put this meat and we sing to this meat and we sing to Apus. We sing to the birds. And so this is for the eagles also for the birds to come and have an offering. So we feast everybody. And then once we put our own offering into the ground, we turn back and go down. But we don't look back. We don't look back. We don't regret. We are solid with our intention that this is how it is. And we go again in a snake down, 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 down. Firekeeper is waiting for us with the stones hot, cooked. And then just one by one, we take our clothes off and we go inside the Sweatlodge, everything in silence. And in Sweatlodge, we start to pray. We pray for 4 rounds. We pray first round is for us being a babies, and it's a round for air, everything that flies. Then second round we do for water, we do for our adolescence, our puberty. And then the third round we do for the fire, we do for the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the power round, so called. This is the most hottest round where we understand that now we are not adolescents anymore. We are now grown people that are responsible for their word. And if we said we're gonna sweat, then we're gonna do it. And then the fourth round is for the everything that passed and everything that is ready to get past. Our mothers, our fathers, ourselves, honoring this wisdom age. And all this time we sing songs inside, and then we open the door, receiving new stones, giving a fresh air inside a little bit. After that, we go out, and then we can talk, and then we can smile and talk, and we prepare feast for ourselves as well as we prepared it for the mountain. So everything for vegetarians, for meat eaters, everything full abundance for us
Mm-hmm.
to have a good nourishment.
Yeah.
Yes, and shortly, this is a power walk, and this AYNI. AYNI is a moment where when you see an animal, you admire to a beautiful animal. Also, mountain likes that. The tree likes that. The rock likes that. But we don't do it. Some of us do, of course, but we never go and I love you, mountain, and I'm sorry what we are maybe doing to you by crushing you, and you are so important for us in our life. Stuff like that. She can feel it, and then she understands also us, and this is the way to reconnect. And with this reconnection, we don't have to read the books anymore, watch anything. We don't need a guru. We just become guru that listens to everything that is trying to tell to us in a way. And then after we are ready to these power walks, we go also for the ceremonies of indigenous meetings where we would sit in a tipi and sing all night, pray all night, and wait for the morning water. We wouldn't drink the water all night long just to miss it, and to crave it. And once you get it, then you realize that true medicine is the water. And in ceremonies, we learn how to sit in one place and how to look at the fire and be focused in our prayer. So this spring us up to the mountain in the vision quest. Once we learn how to sit properly in one place, not move for 4 days, 4 nights, then we are ready to go to the next step of realizing ourselves. And
Wow.
this, in my opinion, only thing I can compare to it is 100 milligrams of bufo. Because being in the mountain alone in silence, without
Yeah.
food and water, is is a proper offering. We do everything to offer ourselves.
Wow. So the process that you mentioned now, I mean, the experience is 4 days or
No, no, no. Power walk is a 1 day.
one day? Okay, 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 okay.
For this particular power walk, we intend to meet earlier 1 day, create a sweat lodge together, weave it together, then
Okay,
sleep over and wake up early in the morning. We want
okay,
that early hour so the nature is still asleep and we walk silently and we
okay,
absorb all this energy that is providing for us all the time. Yeah. A vision quest is a ceremony of 1 week
one week.
because once we start the fire in the kitchen, it's the first fire. And then we take this fire from the kitchen and we put it on the altar. And once we put it on the altar, we don't take it off for 1 week. Night and day, we continuously pray with the fire and have a fire
Okay,
going on. Yeah. While
okay.
people are fasting in the mountain.
So what kind of experience people have?
Uh, Technically, from physical side, you go to autophagy. Autophagy, I think is the word, where
Okay.
self starts to consume itself.
Yeah, it's like fasting. When you
But,
fast, like you're fasting for a very long time. Yeah.
yeah, but when you fast without food and water and silence, you completely reset
It's
every
mental
cell.
thing too.
Yeah, it's a mental thing. Your fog disappears. It's like defragmenting the disk in your hard drive. You can see your life from the beginning to where it is now. And if you continue, the compromise actually is 4 years. Because in 4 years, you understand that the fourth year, you don't know nothing. And if you want to share medicine to somebody or you want to facilitate somebody, knowing nothing is a good starting point. Because we all know so much. We all read books and we all want to share and talk, especially when we are facilitating. Facilitating for me, the best way to do it is do not do, just by presence and transmitting energetical way. Of
Mm.
course, help people when they're in discomfort or trouble. You don't leave them go. There is a how you say there is a structure, but the structure is not to essence. It can be broken. If the person is in suffering, we're going to stop what we are doing and take care for the person.
Okay.
Of, yeah, yeah.
Nice. So yeah, I'm trying to, imagine the whole thing. Um, so you said like when we talk that also the children come, it's a family thing also, the power walks in the lodge um, and you told me why. Can you explain why is that connection there with the
Which
kids?
connection?
The
With
kids
kids
and
and everything.
the kids and the rituals or the process.
You know how it is with kids. We take them by the hand so many times. We need to go to shop. You need to get ready in half an hour. We go.
Yeah.
We never prepare them for what we need to do. So in this way, we also take them by the hand. We need to do this, and you need to come with us. And I remember myself. I didn't like when people copied me when I was younger. You know, I, I, why are you copying me? But as a father, I understood that copying is necessary. So when somebody is admiring you and having you on a higher level, he's gonna copy you. So children are going to copy their superheroes, and we have a short window of that. So when kids are young, we need to pull them with us so they can just watch with us. You know, this is the principal reason why the kids are important to see it. Because if we want to clean 7 generations, we need to do it like that. There is no other way. We need to be example. Example is the only way.
No, I think it's a great thing. That's why I'm asking, because I think it's great that kids,
Yeah,
visit these kind of things with
yeah,
their parents and see a different perspective of what is offered at this moment.
yeah,
Computers, AI,
yeah.
and I'm not saying that's wrong, but
Of course, I get it.
because I think that everything is good and everything is bad. Depends who is holding the thing in their hands, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and it's part of the life. So you need to, like you said, they can't be isolated, but to give
yeah.
them that perspective of the nature, what we lost, I think that's the great thing here. So,
I mean, most beautiful part about bringing kids to this kind of scenarios is that we use sacred language. You know, they learn how to pray, they learn how to feel, they learn how to address things. It's not just gibberish or slang that we are put in. Oh, have you listened to this joke? And then this joke is stuck in your head for no reason for all your life. Silly songs, silly vibrations they want to put in us to not be ourselves. So when kids see their mother and father coming out of the lodge, they never see them like that in life. They see their parents truly happy or suffering, but in a different way. Look what they did. They're also like, their brain is like, wow. And then we pray for kids. They also get the pride. They also get the moment they see us, they understand us. We are important. We are not just a byproduct of their sex. And by the way, we are the product of love. We are the produce of love. Our
mm,
parents loved so much that made us their grandparents and their grandparents, and so back and so back and so back.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah. Do you do any breath work? Because I know Tina is a holotropic breath worker, right?
I mean, ceremony of Temascal is called also essentially one of the names is ceremony of breath.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is where you learn how to breathe. When stuff gets hot, it's also good to breathe nice and deep and slowly and feel it. And we know in life when you have short breaths that you're not well. Emphasis is that the breath is a key of life. Breathing is a key of good life. If you know how to have a good breath, you know how to ventilate and integrate and validate everything that we said before with the breath. So, uh, I mean, the studies that the Stanislav Grof and Wim Hof, I mean, Wim Hof, Hoffman,
Hmm.
Hoffman is the other guy.
Yeah, yeah.
They were working with psychedelics with small portions of lysergic acid, and they would bring people to expanded state of consciousness where they could relive their prenatal traumas and natal traumas. You know, these traumas where we are a baby. These traumas don't have a place to go because we are not mentally developed yet. What is developed is the body. So these traumas get stuck in the body and they follow us in our life through body. What breath work does is makes a way and space for this to release. You know, so for example, I had a stuck cord around my neck when I was getting born, and on my breathwork sessions, I got unstuck from that, and now I feel that I'm more free in life, free thinking, free to do what I need to do. You know, and it was not like that before. So it really helps people to reach their deeper levels of traumas and just expel them out of the body. I'm
Mm,
not saying that this trauma is gone forever, ciao, bye bye, but only what happens is you are not so reactive to it. You know, it doesn't trigger you so much. or if it triggers you, you have a bigger delay of response.
Yeah.
You don't burst in flames. Now you know why this is happening,
Yeah.
because you reach that trauma, and there is no need to get feisty about it, and
Mm.
something like that. And it's really nice, because in holotropic breathwork, when it's done properly, you have sharing circles, which are really, really important, because by sharing your experience in front of others, they can also recognize themselves. And this is like a self-reflective moment that is a proper healing, actually, not
Yeah,
just
it's true.
medicine itself. So yeah, we do that. Tina is a facilitator. She learned from Stanislav Grof directly. We met together, and then he's a wonderful person. He's still going on. Unfortunately, now we are trying through this psychedelic care, uh, bring back psychedelic use in psychotherapy, to also come to these points again, to go to the root of the problem, not just eat pills. So in one moment they stopped. I don't know, it was 60, 76 or something like that. They banned use of psychedelics
Yeah.
in psychotherapy.
Yeah.
So Stanislav Grof started to develop this breathing technique. And this breathing technique, we sit on a mattress, and it's accompanied with a loud music that gives you a bit of breathing, and you start to be slowly catatonic. And in this catatonic state, uh, you
Just a sec, please continue. I otherwise I have an article on the website Blue Magic. I have about Stanislav Grof.
Stanislav Grof is
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah. Um, Sorry to interrupt you, but I couldn't hear anything you were
Oh, no,
saying.
no problem at all. And
Um,
with this breathing, we come to this state of, how would I, for me, first time was like I ate acid, lysergic acid, because I see many different things.
yeah.
And on one session, I experienced completely, I regressed to gorilla. So I was a gorilla, man. I was really like, I was climbing some mountain. I could feel the power in the legs. I could feel myself a gorilla.
Mm.
And this is how holotropic breathwork works. So it's not a magic pill. You need to come back, map the situation, and then work on yourself. I mean, if you decide to host Tina, she is going to tell you much, much more about it, and it's in much, much more sophisticated language. She went, I didn't went to college, and I don't read books. My vocabulary is what it is, simple. But she is amazing about that.
Yeah. Well,
And
I think, what it is. I learned very quite young age that if you can't explain, like you're explaining to 5-year-old person what you do,
yeah,
it's great that all technical language and educated language, and it needs to be, and but if you want to really put the message out to many, many people, you need to explain like in a simple way, not because people you think they're stupid or they wouldn't understand,
yeah,
but because people can connect to it.
yeah,
People
yeah,
can
yeah.
relate to the language. If it's
That,
if you
that,
can explain a complicated whatever that is,
yeah.
situation, product, whatever, right? In a
Mhm.
simple way, you can relate to many, many other more people because you explained it, So I don't think that's a bad thing at all because
Yeah, yeah, me too. I started to understand that actually this is a good thing.
yeah, I think it's a very good thing because it's important that you understand the language, but if you are able to express all that educated knowledge and all the terminology that you have in a
Yeah,
simple way, then you win. Then you
yeah,
can win because if you explain, it's not even interesting, and it's like it's just it's a whole psychological thing behind this stuff, but it doesn't
yeah.
matter. I would like to share with you just to return to your trauma stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
So all my life, I had a problem with churches.
With church,
Yeah. I couldn't be around. I couldn't go in. I was
Well,
just bad. Like a couple months ago, I did galactic Akashic readings.
uh-huh,
And even before that, I realized I lost this. It was just a normal day. I was here in Greece. We went for a trip and I went to this. I was just like called to go to this church and record it and send to some group, right? And after that, like this memory came back that was confirming readings that when in one previous lives what I do, even what I do now, I was like, I think they cut my head off. So this trauma from all these past lives is in ourselves, even, not just from the when we are born, but even from past lives. So I wanna just confirm what you said, like the reaction time, or when I now that I pass a church is just a church. It's
yeah,
not anymore. There's no bad feelings, like there's like nothing
it's a
about
PowerPoint.
it.
Yeah,
But it's true, like I saw the process from realizing to accepting to all of that, how, and I passed the church and the feeling was of uh, pushing away these smaller and smaller and smaller. And I just like a couple of days ago, I passed the church and I was like, yeah, it's just a building, right?
yeah, yeah.
And it's exactly like that. It's that, like you said, it doesn't go away. I think it does go away eventually. That's my personal opinion. But there's a process, like you mentioned, it's like you do not react anymore. You don't
Yeah,
get, you don't get nervous. In my case, was like I got physically sick, like my
yeah,
stomach,
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
like I got like that. Oh, I want to burn the church down, basically. That kind of, it was that strong, right? But it's true. It's just, in my opinion, it goes away. Like, I think that traumas, once it's processed, integrated, you accept it, but it's a process. It's not like there's no magical pill. It's,
Well,
you
that,
have to observe yourself too.
yeah, this response
Yeah.
so stretched that you don't even react.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, before it was like bam, 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 no, 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 and now it's so stretched. You don't like even, especially when we are getting older, we don't
Yeah.
preoccupy ourselves with petty things anymore.
No.
Especially like with traumas. It is what it is. It is what it made me to be today. It
No, no,
has a
no. I,
purpose
I agree with
and a
that.
reason.
But
Yeah.
I was just confirming, but like for me, if I look at the whole process, it's about what? 7, 8 months.
Uh-huh.
So from all of that, from,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, where I don't react to it at all.
It's super. It's
Yeah.
super. Yeah.
It was great. Like I was like, oh, thanks God.
I mean, I don't want to make this like now kako se kaže potapljanje brodova, the
Oh,
game.
yeah, it's a game. I don't even
I
know
don't
how
want to
it's
play
in
the game
English.
with you, but when I was in a church first time, I was admiring so much. My parents brought me to church. I think it was Christmas, something like that. It's a local church. And I was looking all this gold and marble, and they're dressed like that. And I was like, I want to be part of this. This is beautiful. Until the moment where this guy started to walk with the bag and asking for cash. And this is when I asked my father, but why do we need to give cash? Look at all the gold that they have, and everything is like, we give it to the poor people. I was like, okay, it's really nice. But with the time, you understand they're not giving it to the poor people because poor people are still hungry and they're still in the streets. Something is off. So for me, church was also no, no. Now I understand that this is an old technology that was reinvented to be a church for us. It is something completely different. So now I don't have problem going inside because I know it's a power plant and
Yeah.
I can harvest
I was actually waiting that you finish and I say that exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
from that.
and they are all, or majority, I think that pretty much all churches are on vortexes.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
on energy points at least, because
Absolutely. Yeah.
they're all, like, example, I know that Eiffel Tower is, they're like, I forgot which other huge, okay, on, there's like a vortex of energy and the Eiffel Tower stands on it. And the second one is that I remember at this point, at this moment, is oh, what is the temple in the Cambodia, the huge one? Oh my God. Uh, Angkor Wat.
Angkor Wat. Yeah, Angkor
It's
Wat.
on a huge,
I don't,
huge energy crossing because like you have ley lines and all
yeah,
the energies, and it's
I
like
don't.
when they cross, and of course all these races before us, they knew where to put all of this and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this, they had the knowledge and they put it, of course, there where is the good energy.
If you go to Google Earth and put a point from Angkor Wat and stretch it to Nazca Plain, in South America,
No, no, I don't know. No, no.
they're connected.
Yeah, they're all connected.
Yeah. So
Everything's connected.
this, this is what this, for example, AYNI is about. We are losing the thread. Also, Kogi tribes talk about that. When they had a symposium in the United States, Tina was present there. They were talking to Americans, and Americans would ask, "How can we help the problems?" And the thing that they would repeat for hours is, "Bring your sacred sites back." But we cannot, but we this and this and corporations. Bring your sacred sites back. So imagine for 2 hours they repeating the same thing, to the point that the translator was like, "People, don't you understand what they're saying? Bring your sacred sites back." Because our greed is our, what Cogis like to say from Sierra Nevada, is a golden line, golden thread. And the golden thread is being cutted in so many ways. In Indian culture, for example, they like to say that we are one body, but they separated us. So we just need to come back together to this one body. 'Cause we are the people. We are the, let's call it the power.
Of course,
So
we are stars in the body. I mean, we are the manifestors, we are the creators, we are everything. Just the thing is that society and
yeah,
the whole everything, the system made us like we are nobody, but we
yeah,
actually are super powerful, you know. So, and
a
this is
little.
how you need to remember, and this is like one of the things why I'm doing this is like people need to remember that.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
through, guests like you, they find their way where to go to remember that. Because through all these traumas, through all this system, what is good, through all the Instagram and social media, they're telling you, yo, if you don't have this, you're not worth it, or if you don't have so much money on there, you're nobody and bullshit, right? And we all, I got caught up in that, and everybody, a lot of people go, but once you life puts you to stop and like you realize, and it's like, oh man, it's I mean, it's such a fascinating world, and like the history, like if we go to about our history, right? I mean, it's pretty much all the lie, right? It's
Yeah.
I mean,
They
it's
make us,
huh?
they make us operate from the fear. What
Yeah,
you're
no,
saying.
the fear, yeah, it's all about the fear. It's all
Yeah.
about the fear. Yeah.
And when you come to a ceremony shows you love, and you're not used to that. And that's
No.
why many people are not understanding ceremonies, and why medicine, why that, because we are in a survival state.
Hmm.
Our mind is always trying to survive. We don't know how to be human. When you
Yeah.
take medicine, when you go on 90, when you do something like that, when you give yourself, then you understand, man. It's about love. Love is the ultimate power.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's beautiful to come to these kind of realizations.
Yeah. But it's a process, like even I see it, even especially the love part. It was, and I'm still working on it, but it was long process to get to there. Like that I flipped. And it was a lot of medicine and was a lot of work on myself and a lot of stuff. And it's like, but I'm happy I did it because now life is much kinder and much simpler for me, you know. And for me, I'm like, I don't know how to explain to this, but because people don't, even my friends and people that know me, they don't really understand. Like, less material things that I have, happier I am.
Yeah, yeah,
I can actually put in one my whole things that I like, physical
yeah.
things that I own in one backpack.
Yeah,
And
simplicity is the complexity.
it's and every time let me explain this to a very good friend of mine. I told her, like, I said, just the thought that I own a car,
Uh-huh.
it makes me physically sick. Like right now, talking about it, I feel here in the stomach, like, oh,
How can I help you, brother?
huh?
Can I help you now?
Yeah, it's like
It's
I
not a
don't
bike,
wanna
it's not a car,
have a car. I don't wanna have like,
not a car.
it's,
It's
you
a
know
horse.
why? Because I feel I can't move then. It's
For a second. It's not a car, it's a horse.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
It's your horse, brother. You come on a horse and
Yeah,
you ride your horse to your destination.
yeah,
People in the old days, they walked, but they learned how to tame a horse to help them, live their life. We don't have horse today, but we have cars. People made these cars with their minds and
yeah.
material ways, molecules of Mother Earth connected into a vehicle that you sit in and you ride it. Iha, take me my car.
I understand. I understand. Okay, I understand that. No, but that's not the thing. Like for me, because I love traveling, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So well, that's the whole thing that I'm
Big.
doing already, but I'm still
I
planning to
understand you
continue.
completely.
But for me, it's just like owning a car means, or owning something means that I'm put in a one place,
Yeah,
and that's not a freedom for me.
yeah. I had a similar moment when I was in the forest. I was like, man, no, I don't want to eat meat anymore. I don't want to pollute anymore. So I bought a bike. I was traveling with the bike only, and and this and that, But then we change every 5 years. We change our paradigm of life. We are never the same. You
Like I
know.
don't know,
So
maybe in 2 months I'll own a car. Who knows? I'm just saying now, right now. Who
I
knows? I
have a
don't
car
know.
now. I have a car now so big I can put all my blankets, all my tools, all my stones, and go wherever I want and make a sweat. With my horse. And I call my car. I call caballo. I call it horse. And it's like that. I love my horse. I'm gonna repair you. You're my horse. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
clean.
I understand. I understand. Look, I understand I will have all of this stuff when it's going to be time for that. But
Yeah.
right now, for me, it's just like, uh, no, no, just,
What I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to change your mind. What I'm trying to say is that we can be hacked. We can hack ourselves in so many different ways. For example, when I was learning how to play a didgeridoo,
yeah.
so circular breathing is like impossible mission. I was trying every method, everything that I could possibly do, and I couldn't get it. And in one moment, there was a friend. What was his name? I forgot. It was just the guy that passed, and told me this: fill your mouth with water, spit the water out, and in the same moment you're spitting the water, breathe to your nose. And I did that exactly. And in that moment, I learned circular breathing. So I'm saying that there's for everything in life, there is a simple hack how to get to it, but we don't know still this mysterious thing. We need to separate from the square. Look at my roofing in the house.
Yeah.
You know, everything is square lines. We need to get out of the square lines in order to be able to give our brain a chance to think what happened to me in the forest, where I was scared for my life Am I going to survive? How? You know, in the end, I built a house there. My friend is living there now, having a wife, planning a kid. You know, so it's really interesting how these puzzles connect in life. And the biggest thing to be is to stay open.
Oh yeah, look, again, I owned a motorbike before. It's not about that. It's just
Oh no, no, yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
correct.
understand. Like I have no problem owning a
I
car. It's just that
completely
at this
understand.
moment for me, it's more like a baggage
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that I
yeah.
have to think
Burden.
about.
It is, it is,
You
it really
understand?
is. Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like, oh, and for right now, it doesn't present me what you said before, a horse, right?
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
present to me.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not, it's not right now.
No, I
Now,
just shared with you what happened with me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Again, we're just having
Yeah.
conversation. I'm not insulted or whatever. Like I'm just,
Oh no, no, please, yes,
yeah,
no,
yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
all
Uh,
good, totally. Yeah.
it's just, it's like I'm trying to explain to you my point of view. It's just like for me, everything that puts me in one place,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's a baggage that I don't want to have.
Yeah, it's ties you. Yeah,
Ties me up, exactly.
yeah,
But because I know exactly where I'm going, what I'm gonna do,
yeah,
so it's like I have no need for it.
yeah, 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 yeah. I
You
completely
understand?
understand.
If I was
Mm-hmm.
in your position with the family, in having one place like that, a car is absolutely must. You must have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a horse.
Yeah, you need three horses because you have a family.
My personal desire and forever wish is to
Yeah.
make like a, for example, I don't know, 30 square meter apartment with a balcony, and on top of that put a zeppelin and just fly wherever I need to go to fly. This will be my ideal transportation if I can choose.
Yeah. You were introduced by Angers, one of my guests, right?
Yeah, yeah. My
Yeah.
I love.
Just to just to say hello to him, a
Yeah.
great guy. And thank you, Angers, for introducing us. He was right. So how did you guys meet?
Well, we meet in a nice way actually. Part of the Slovenian group also walks the rat path.
Okay.
Uh, they were younger on the path, so they just asked me for a little bit of guidance. So we made a Sweatlodge at Angers place. How we do this, how we do that, we did that, and this is how we met. This is how we fell in love. Next thing that we did was the tipi ceremony, which was really like a war story, because what happened, it was
What is
11th
a
month.
tipi? What is a tipi ceremony?
Tipi ceremony, tipi,
Ah, you
tipi,
mean the ones that hit? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah, the tipi ceremony with medicine and
Yeah,
songs and
yeah,
the
yeah,
water
yeah.
drum and everything. But the wood that was outside got frozen. So the water, the moisture in the wood got frozen because the frost came down and the chimney of the tipi was cold. And when it's cold, it doesn't suck the smoke. So we had this smoky ceremony where I almost got blind. And they treated me well. And this is how we actually connect and keep on coming back. We didn't do much medicines together until one point, me meeting with Octavio Retic. Uh, he was serving Bufo, and I invited him to help me serve Bufo to my community. So we really had a good experience with him. Uh, he served me 140 milligrams of Bufo. And this is actually one of the moments where my life completely changed in a way that I became like a gummy bear. You stretch me, uh, I'm gonna come back to the same position. So I'm stretchable. I remember after this experience of Bufo, I needed to sit in the car and go buy the meat for everybody to cook the lunch after and everything. So I was capable to drive and everything. what this ceremony showed me is that we are all part of the design, that there is a blueprint in a blueprint in a blueprint in a blueprint, and that everything is together connected. And this is the moment where the entire sky was, you know how sky is big. In this bufo, the sky was 10 times more bigger. And it was singing to me, breathe my brother, and sing songs, my brother, and live life. And it was just talking to me in this way. And it was so big that this stuck in my head. It's bigger than us, it's bigger than me. So I need to humble myself down and just follow what every plant tells you. Because in this bufo was funny. Every single grass, every single leaf would just wave at me like, "Hey, look at me, look at me." There was so much joy in everything that this helped me keep it inside of me. I don't know if you look at the movie La Belle Verde, Beautiful Green. It's called. It's a
Okay.
movie about. It's a movie about the people from another planet that decide each year they have a consensus where they're gonna go, on which planet they're gonna go to see how things are going. And so they come to the planet Earth, and they have the power to just with a blink change people reaction. You know, so people, it's a comedy in a way, but it's not. So people are aggressive. She just changed them. People suddenly take their shoes off, start hugging the tree, you know, and it's similar to that experience I can connect to, and it's really a wonderful thing to live beyond what you said, material stuff. That you see stuff around you that are material, but they are constantly communicating with you. This communication we forgot how to listen to. And when you start to listen to it back, it's a proper guidance in life. And this all of these ceremonies and temazcales and vision quest and sun dances, it's all a line of how to live a good life. Because, for example, for everything that you do in this kind of rat path, you do it with 4 years of compromise. So, for example, you want to keep the fire. You need to keep the fire for 4 years. You want to drum a drum. You need to drum the drum for 4 years. You want to go to Vision Quest. You need to go 4 years. You need to go to support the Vision Questers. 4 years. How many years you are living in a prayer? You see? And it's just adding up the years of you giving yourself in a prayer moment. For me, I do it solely to show to my kids so they can show to them. And also, like I said before, when I come to the creator with my bright eyes, look at me. I was bright. I was trying to do not wrong. If I did wrong, I would try to correct it, what is wrong or right inside of me. So this is what we lost: respect for ourselves, respect for others. You know, I like to say, if you come to the shopping store and there is this wonderful lady on the cash register that is nice behaving and you really have a pleasant moment in that second, it's really nice to tell to that person, you're a really lovely person, thank you for your nice behavior, and it really means a lot. This is what we miss, you know? We just stay silent to one another. We need to tell to one another how much we actually
Mhm.
cherish, you know, how important we are to ourselves.
It's true. It's true.
Person, what can I do? It's proven. The only thing that we cannot do is be alone. So we need somebody. We need to be with people. We need to be together. We are one tribe, one blood, all red inside. And we are not just a wolf in my spirit animal. We are also a birch tree. We are also a rock in the river. We are all these elements who lived before in order for us to have this body now
Mhm.
and talk about this.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
When do you have I saw on your website when you have the next event or trip?
Next event is this Power Walk AYNI. Is on 27th and 28th of
September.
September. 9 месяц, 9 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still cannot remember these things, man. I would put a piece of paper, our months and this month's on a toilet where I go and sit on a toilet to read it, to remember it, but I still can't. So some things in life for me are forbidden to remember. I don't know why or how. For example, mathematics, stuff like that. I don't think these things are for us in a way. For example, also bufo. Bufo is such a powerful medicine that it's not hard to integrate it. It's really, I think it's designed for scholars, people that retain their semen, people that are living in seclusion. So when they smoke bufo, they really can actually channel proper guidance that can share out. Us smoking bufo and having a moment of realization and then coming back, when the ego starts to come back on you, it's hard moment. So this is why we are here. Come to the sweat, release it, come to the power walk, walk it out.
Yeah. So it's I talk to my ego when I'm like having moments and I'm like I realize I'm like oh, but it's a process I'm learning, man. It's kind of and yeah, it's been calling me medicine for about a couple of weeks now. It's
Yeah, that's good.
it's been I had no desire or need
Hmm.
for some time now. But after with the podcast with Anje and now
Yeah.
you, I'm like, yeah, it's time. It's like I can feel it now again. It's like because I did, mushrooms, I did DMT, I did, different stuff. And it was always, and then it came this moment, I don't know, a year ago or even more, uh, I think a year and a half, maybe two. I don't know. It's just like I I don't need it right now. I don't, it's kind of let me integrate it everything. Let me
It's like a vitamin, but
yeah.
for your brain, you
No,
know?
I know. I have no issue with that. I have like what more
I mean,
gonna be 15 years experience of this kind of stuff. So I'm like, it's not a
yeah, me
problem.
too.
Why? Or I mean, it's not a I- how to say. There was just no need for it.
Yeah, you're just listening to your heart. You
Exactly.
listen
Yeah.
to
Exactly. It was
your
now,
to your
but now
inner
it's
hero.
like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I just really like it's coming back. Like yeah.
Now people try everything. People do this, do that, 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 and in the end, we talked about it. You come back to shovel, back to your land, back to your family, kids, and love, because this is where it's going to take you. The medicine is taking you there. The person that knows most about the medicine is agricultural, because he's the one that is planting plants and knowing plants.
Hmm.
So this is what is going to take you back to being agricultural.
Yeah.
And also for me, I tried a lot of stuff in life, exploring and researching, and I learned that everything I need to try is on my own skin in order to know how it is to talk about it or not talk about it. And when I met Vachuma, he represented for me this grandfather line. I had a weak grandfather connections with both of them. One was in Germany and one was here closed off completely. Never mind, there were people, persons as they are. But what Chuma showed me is that he was this grandfather because he's subtle. He doesn't give you. I mean, you can eat a lot, and he's gonna give you visions. But what we do, we just have blessings with it. So it reminds us of connection with everything. So when we do, for example, this AYNI, we could call it. It's also microdose. You know. Also, when we do mushroom sweatlodge, it's microdose. When we do TP meetings, then it's when we drink 3 4 times in the night, and we have a deeper understanding. We have fire to guide us, our grandfather. So what we do, and what me and Tina want to do, we don't want to stress people with high doses. When we do uh, psychotherapies with psilocybin, if the person doesn't have experience, first 1 gram, second time we meet 2 grams, and then we talk, then the person knows how it's going to be.
Mm.
Then you go to these 5 grams that is going to change your synapses in the brain and open the new possibilities of how
Yeah.
to live a better life.
And I think like for me, like you explained the medicine in your way. For me, I always say I never forget this. It's like a therapy, 20 years of therapy or meditation in one night, right? And
Yeah.
it's could be could for me, there were two times was that.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I had a really profound experiences on DMT and changed my life. I'm a huge advocate for DMT. Do it the right way, ethical way, with the right people, right environment.
Yeah.
Educate yourself, people first before you go wherever you go. Um, and for me, it's just for me, it's like I'm kind of lazy person. I always look for shortcuts. In,
Uh-huh.
lazy in, or like that, like.
Efficiency, maybe.
Yeah, efficient. Like why if I have a whatever it is that trauma? Is that a things that I want to figure out? Whatever it is. It doesn't need to be deep, meaning of life or whatever,
Exactly.
like all the time. But like why I don't go if this is something that I resonate with and I go there. We know why it's forbidden because it's open mind. And then, we know why it is. And then it's against the system and stuff and
We're
all of.
not slaves, yeah,
Yeah,
anymore.
okay. So we know, okay, we know that. But it's like you go there, you get your answers. And I, when I started with the mushrooms, it's like they told me, and like my ego was like, no, I want more mushrooms. And then I had like, oh, not such a good experience, which was of course good experience, but I didn't want to do it what they told me,
Yeah.
and it's like it's kind of that kind of thing that I learned that like, okay, just do what you're told.
Listen to them.
Yeah,
Don't
listen to them. Yeah, listen to them. But like, it's just, it's a tool. It's just another tool that nature gave us that thousands of years before people used,
Yeah.
not just for, you know, I mean, there are so many, how do you say, evidence and, proofs that, it's just, they also heal physical diseases, physical problems, not just mental stuff, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, ibogaine, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, the results of ibogaine, I mean, I mean, it's like heroin addicts, like, I don't know, the success is like what, 95% of what
Yeah,
people,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a instant.
it's an instant, like they never take heroin again.
Yeah, yeah. Either bad stuff, sugars and stuff like that, they just came off of it.
Yeah. Whatever it is, yeah. But we talk about, if we talk about heavy addictions, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, it's a root.
You
Do
know how we like to say, how our elders said to us, is like, when you think it's a good moment to have some medicine, take some medicine. When you think you had enough medicine, it's a good moment to take more medicine. When you think it's like, I don't want any more medicine, it's too much for me, it's a good moment to have more medicine. So what we are doing, we are giving ourselves to a higher force, great mystery, to talk to us, you know. And this is one moment in life. For example, people come in a ceremony, they don't want to drink, and then we reminded them, 365 days in a year, you don't have to do it. But one day you can give it for that. You can dive into it and give
Yeah,
yourself to wisdom of the plant because the plants are here also as well as us. We don't hear them, but they're here with
mm,
us, bleeding.
true,
Yeah,
true.
yeah. Ambassadors. I like to call them ambassadors. It's tobacco, it's Santa Maria. It's always in the home. And there is a dog and there is a cat. There's a lot of ambassadors. They decided to stay with us to remind us. If you
Yeah,
have a dog in the city, you have to take him out every time. Taking him out and in, it reminds you still that you have to be with the nature any way or the other.
that's
It's
true.
like that.
Awesome. Do you have, first of all, where people can find you?
You know, uh, I had a vision once that I'm going to be on a hill and I'm going to know a lot about medicines, and the people are just going to come to me to the hill. So I am on the hill. I'm on 400 meters. People are not coming up. It's really like urban. There's a lot of houses around. People can come to me most of the time through email. I didn't wrote in the message, but
Oh, we can do that later, no problem.
yeah, yeah, through email. Through email, they can address me. They can address me in Tina, also in Svetavatra. We don't post much on Facebook because you know how it is. They're tracking everything, and in order to have safe setting for people to heal, we cannot discover a lot. We have
Okay,
to be a little bit under the radar. But essentially, through mail, we communicate, and then we exchange phones, and then we talk. We meet.
okay.
It's the best way.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, do you want to give your website or?
The website that I shared with you, yes, you can share it, but official website I don't still have.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know what do you mean by website? Does it is it like a
No, the one you gave me, it's okay. I mean, it's just I'm asking, what do you want that I put here? It's
I don't
really
have
up to.
I don't have any problems with that because
Okay,
for me my spirits are guiding me. I'm not doing anything. I'm not the shaman. The shaman is Wachuma. The shaman is in front of me. I'm just supporting the medicine and taking him where he wants to go and be in the service for others. Essentially, this is what is guiding me, and I don't have any problems with institutions or laws or stuff like that. If they want that, they can come, and I'm going to talk with them like I'm talking with you. I'm
yeah.
going to be open and see where they're
Uh,
taking us.
I'm not really concerned about that because the thing is, uh, I think that this is like so much more now accepted already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's all around the world.
yeah.
Even if they try to stop, they cannot do it anymore. You can't go against the nature, so you can't go against this. Why I'm asking is this. That's why so people that resonates with you, they can contact you. That's pretty much it. Um, but yeah, do you have any last message, maybe some thoughts before we go?
Well, uh, I could go on and on. Essentially, I would like to address uh, parents and all the people that are going to be a parent and to never forget compassion in life. Never forget why they meet. Never forget this compromise they made. We always make a compromise. We say mitakuya oyasin, which means for all my relations. That means my relations with this lighter, my relations with my dog, with my wife, with my kids. Everything is a relation. When you ask somebody So how are you together? Like, everything okay in between of you two? Yes, from my side, yes. I don't know how it is from other side. This is what I'm trying to emphasize, that we need to be best version of ourselves. Smile is super cheap. We can give it every time, and just to be kind and good to people, be a good neighbor, be a good relative, because we are all together. I am another you. Maybe I'm talking now with myself, because in timelines we connected in this way now. So to remind people that is we are living in a metaphysical world. We're living in an electromagnetic world. We are much more than one could think, and to take care of ourselves uh, is our necessity, is our obligation to be well. And to be well, all you need to do is be well. Decide, I'm going to be well. The biggest uh, freedom, like I want to be free in life, free in life. The biggest freedom for me is not like that. The biggest freedom comes with the discipline. If you're disciplined, then you're free.
Mm,
If you can discipline your life, then you have proper freedom to do whatever you want to do. If something is pressing you, you're not free anymore. And then just remind the people, guys, go outside, be with the nature, talk to it, because she's talking to us all the time. Just we're just not paying attention. Pay more attention to everything that is happening around.
mm.
I,
If we just a little bit continue, it's like the electromagnetic and timelines, and how do you see that? Because like if you look at the mushrooms, right? But I
Mhm.
mean mushrooms growing, they're all connected and they communicate. I mean everything is communicating, but they have an eco and they have
Biggest plant, yeah, the
yeah,
biggest plant on Earth.
yeah. How do you see that? Because I think that I watched that guy. I forgot what's his name. Oh, he's all about the mushrooms in general. But he's explaining the how it's like a brain and how they communicate from one part of the forest that is, huge to the other, and it's all connected. Like the plants, they do all, but
Yeah,
how do you
yeah.
see that?
I mean, I completely resonate with this part that we are connected all the time. So, for
Mhm.
example, on some medicines, for me, I can say I'm myself. And more I drink, more I get sober, and more I get straight in my mind and thinking. So it's not that is it really depends on where are you in your life, in your own path of development. Are you developing your spirituality or not, or something like that? What is inevitable is that with 40 and after, we are definitely going into spiritual way, into wisdom way. So the cloud that we looked with 20 is going to be different with 40.
Of
And
course.
we need to address this moment of us going into wisdom, in preparing to pass and get this last portion of DMT to help us go. And I see it like uh, like plants communicate through roots. We communicate through heart. How many times you find yourself thinking of somebody and then it calls you, or
Oh
it's
yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is what we need to clear. That's why we are doing all of this, to clear our atomic self, so our turbine, our toroid field of our heart can communicate freely. And telepathy, I think it's a normal state,
Yeah.
because you can understand total foreigner person by just mimicking and gesturing. So essentially, we don't need language. It's a distraction. This is what is making us lose ourselves. You know, if we would be just look at my face, we would understand everything and all the time, because it happened to us all the time. So yeah. I mean, plants just help us to deepen these sensors in us to acknowledge what is going on
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
Remove the energy blocks that are preventing us from.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know how much portion of the brain we use, but with medicine, I think this portion becomes bigger. So why, for example, in
For sure.
mushrooms, something moves and you're like, oh, am I, oh, did I move that or some what happened? What, somebody looks at you or you want to say something, then you forget. Oh, no, no. This
You,
miscommunication comes.
this what you just said reminds me of the movie. I don't know if you've seen Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy, Lucy.
I mean, like, okay, we get through, we get messages through programming of movies and TV, and the truth that is packed in
Yeah.
in the movie, right? It's a comedy or it's a fantasy, whatever, right?
Uh,
It's another conversation. That's not for today, but uh, this is actually essentially
yeah.
what is happening when you're on a medicine, because
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
your powers that are blocked
Yeah.
and your perception of what is possible, it's shown to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, when I was on DMT, that 7 minutes, there were portions of moments that felt like 10 years.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You understand? And like
Close your eyes is like open,
no,
like
I couldn't open. It was so strong, I couldn't open. I was just, I was just gone, I was just gone. And I just accepted it and I was just letting go. Like I didn't try. Even if I tried, I couldn't. But and it's shown to you the realities that are there and
yeah.
what is possible because telepathy, energy healings, all of that, it's present now, but like it was there in the past, like a normal thing that everybody, and crystals and healings, these kind of types of things that in the past were just part of the life, nothing
Yeah.
special, nothing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It was just
Common.
there. But through history and everything and so on,
Yeah. Yeah.
was hidden. They don't want it
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because we are
People.
energetic beings. And if our energy, our vibration is high, then everything can come easily to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
you can communicate with people, like you said, the case, right? How many times you remember, or you think about somebody. Well, the theory is they thinking about you.
Yeah.
If somebody
Yeah.
pops out in your head, it's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah. Yeah.
all connected. We're all one. It's all connected. It's all energy. It's all vibration. So
Always a good thought to the brother, to the sister, to the
yeah.
neighbor, because this is the ultimate protection. When I see people begging on the traffic light, I know they are working for some boss. It's a business for them.
Uh-huh.
But when I see eyes of that person, I know if I give a little, I'm going to get a blessing from that woman. I'm not going to get an evil eye, you know? And these kind of things we collect through life. Good behavior. I mean, you know what I mean? Like be a good person to everybody. This respecting everything gives you protection and security in
Yeah.
life to go peacefully through it with no storms.
I kind of through travels, I kind of distinguish who is there for business and who is really needs it. And this happened now in Sofia a couple of months ago to me, and it was I I don't know how I'm going to try to explain, but so I was walking, just through city, And there's a lot of people are doing different things, or they're playing music, or whatever, right? And I gave to one woman, and I just felt like she didn't really care. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
okay, whatever. And then I go and I see this old grandpa not playing in a very busy street, right? And I'm like, and I just like, I was like, I want to give him, not I need to, but I want to give him.
Yeah.
And I just give him money, and he grabbed, like, and I'm like, okay. And he grabs my hand and he starts playing for me.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I just felt through the whole body, through crown chakra, wave of energy, of grateful. I don't know if the great I say that he was grateful, but like I don't know how to explain. It was so strong that I
Yeah.
was powered for 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if he was grateful there or whatever it was. I was just like I was resonating like this his energy for the next 3 days.
Exactly. Exactly. It doesn't
Um,
cost anything for us.
no,
This is what I'm saying. If somebody did you well, thank him for it. Even if it's a random person in a bakery, the guy selling you watermelon, you know,
yeah,
thank you very much for doing this for all of us. And
yeah.
it's like a second, but it makes such a difference for us, for our etherical body. And
But it's a different, for me, like it's a different if you do it so you feel good.
no, no, no,
Understand?
don't talk about it. Don't
Because
talk about it.
yeah, exactly. Because this is then it's
No,
again it's not the
no, no,
it's like I don't know how to tell you, but I
no.
was called to give him money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
We are
I
talking.
couldn't go, I couldn't pass. I was
Yeah,
just like energetically called to give him money.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't know what I have no, it never really happened to me before like this. I usually when I see and I'm like he really needs the money, right? Like so I'm like I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
want to help him. Like
yeah,
you can see, like you can see who really needs it.
yeah, yeah.
Like they really it's been a lot to them, those five whatever euros or 10, whatever it is. You give him like and it's like they really they really need it and they really appreciate it. Like they're really in a trouble, right?
We are
I don't
talking
think
about.
that was his case, but for some ever reason, when he touched me and started playing, the music went through me. I don't know. It never happened to me before.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You,
it was wow.
you did
Okay.
AYNI. You
Huh?
did. You did AYNI. You give AYNI. You give it
Yeah.
to the person in need.
Yeah.
You give it from yourself without any hesitation, or you need to give
No,
this to
from
me.
any expectation, like there was no expectation from my point of view. I just like I really I think that this guy really needs it. Like, I don't know. Hey, Leo, this was fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, for shared knowledge. I'll put the information where to contact you. Are you still nervous?
No, no, not at all, not at all. And I must say you helped me a lot with it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Cool.
Leo, look, again, thank you. And let's do this again. And we'll do with your Tina, with your wife Tina too. I would love to do it.
Yes, yes, please. And let's stay in contact and
Of course.
meet sometimes in a red pet way. You know,
We'll talk about this after we finish.
after you talk to Greece.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. See you soon.
See you.
Bye, Andrea.